I was just looking over the interview with James Hewitt, right? And I feel with him. I feel he's been, like a ball played around in that circus, and it in a way it's a media circus in some aspect, right? And I think people have been unfair to him because he was addressed the affair, of course, or and he did what he could to keep it quiet and try to back her up. Difficult life she had, whatever you think she was privileged or she was exposed, right? And I think that if you, when I was in London and I seen her cry and desperate, and to know about this is horrific. That somebody who is seen as a goddess is broken down. That's anyone that breaks down and cry because circumstances of their marriage or economy or whatever is difficult. Any woman that cries or child is heartbreaking, and I think it's unfair the way the press is going after people like it's just an entertainment. And I have to remind you about that the press actually were telegraphed. In the past, they were telegraphed to tell about things that were happening. They were not inventing stories. And the deeper I digged in the Vermont case, and also other press cases, I found out that they are sort of paparazzi killers, and that might explain this kind of explore of people that don't give a shit about it. They want to put people up in World Star, and then they destroy them afterwards, and then they write about that too, like it was some kind of toilet paper, right? Another thing about James Stewart, I think I have people close to me that were killed. And sometimes I think about why is it that some people survive and some people don't. And I think there is some sort of, I don't know, how can I say this? I think there's some people that are maybe more attached to another sort of I don't know how to say it, but I think I'm very grounded. People might not think so, but I'm extremely grounded. I'm extremely logic thinking. I'm more familiar with the nature than actually with a lot of the things going on in the world, right? And understand the animals and stuff like that. And there are some people that are different. They're different in the way of more. They maybe they're more spiritual than I ever will become. They're maybe more interested in those values of, human rights or spiritual things. They are more serving another dimension in a way, I think. And it looks for me that the people I know that were killed have this kind of dimension that I rarely understood. I mean, I understand something about religion and spirituality, but I'm not so close to it that I actually maybe would have liked to be. I'm more I'm more grounded in a way that sometimes is a little bit nervy because I understand how things I understand suffering in the way of a hunger, if it's animal for food or people for something. And that's a difference. And I think in a way you have to forgive the people that have left us, you know. I have to say that the policemen that were killed in front of me and also the 2012 attack, that those people that left us, that we have to in a way forgive them, because we're the one that suffers. I'm pretty sure that I've been close to dying many times, and it's not scary. So in a way, I think that maybe their ways is not my way, apparently, because I survive, which sometimes also like, why am I waking up in this kind of nightmare to investigate or whatever, you know? If we ever meet, James, I think I really want to explain this to you so you understand it, that we are here for a reason, and I think the people that left was here for a reason too. And I think that because I'm also a lot into horses, and I think the horses has a way of, you know, when you meet an old horse, there's difference about their spirituality in a way, you could say. And they, you know, when a horse come up to you, and in a way you can see that there's difference in existence. And we might, you know, also the sense that say you are an old spirit, you know, that kind of saying. And I always wonder, what an old spirit, what do you mean, right? So I'll start a little bit about it. It's about knowing things, walking for a reason. So maybe we are here for some other reason. But it was heartbreaking in London, and I was not really. Again, I just walked into trouble, I could say, because I was a witness to this kind of meltdown in that marriage, and I didn't even know I was walking into a lot of trouble by taking a stand for her, right? And another thing is that I still take a stand against the press. I don't like the press anymore, and you know, I'm overjoyed when Weinstein went down, or Epstein, you know, all these people that just is abusing other people. I get really, you know, and I also think, honestly, I think it looks like that the press has kind of cleared everything around the crown prince and the princess. It's like everybody else is disappearing out of Andrew and all the others, looking for me like they're trying, like it's a sort of restart of the royals, right? That's how I see it. If I look at this massive press and how they work it, it's almost like a Disney, right? There came a king and a queen to the castle, and God knows where they came from, but they just appear, and she likes and they start a family, and it starts all over. I think you have to think of the royal house in connection to the media in another way than we did before. I mean, because maybe we are, when you're working in the military, you kind of get that object of the royal house like they were just, you know, genes that continued and we serve and so on. I don't think it's that simple. There's also this, you know, interest of the media. We got the trouble of the Second World War, we got the trouble of the Irish and stuff like that. So God knows what happened, really, you know. Anyway, you're always welcome.